have a chance to close out their series against the Grizzlies tonight. LeBron and LA, 4.5-point home favorites, according to Fox Bet Sportsbook. Desmond Bane guaranteed the Grizzlies would return to Memphis for Game 7, while Dillon Brooks expects to be a difference maker still in this series. He said, quote, "I'm used to a certain standard for myself. One of these games, I'm going to break out for 3 or 4 threes and change the game." Whew. I love all the smack talk. Shannon, who wins, though, and what's the final score?
Dillon Brooks, he had a standard?
What standard?
I must have missed that.
And he also said, one of these games, well, it better be this one or you're going on,
yeah,
right?
Exactly. I'm taking the Lakers to win. LeBron says he's going to be better, knowing that he did not play very well on Wednesday night. He has to play better. AD gave us 31 and 19. We're going to need another performance. I'm expecting I'm going to say LeBron goes 28 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists.
Okay.
Anthony Davis.
You keep dropping his assists.
Yeah, because it's all about guys making shots.
Okay.
And that's what
you don't trust the Malik Beasleys of the world, right?
No, I do not. But the question is, Skip, who's going to be that third scoring option? LeBron and AD going to do what they do. So they're going to need to cancel out Desmond Bane, who seemed to find a nice rhythm. Ja, we know what Ja is. He's a perennial all-star. So who's the third option? Is it going to be Austin Reeves, who's played really well in this series? Is it going to be Rue? D'Lo said one of these games he's going to break out.
Highly capable.
We know he can make 6, 7 threes. Mm-hmm. It'd be nice if it was tonight.
Yep.
And that's what it's going to come down to, Skip. I just hope Darvin Ham does a better job with the rotations. You can't play Rue and LeBron as your bigs and then go 3 guards. Mm. The Grizzlies rebound the basketball entirely too well for you to play that type of a lineup. Yep. And if things will go, you might have to, AD might have to go 42, 43 minutes. LeBron might have to go 40, 42 minutes.
Might.
Because if I'm approaching it kind of like what the Warriors did against Sacramento. Skip, I'm putting all my eggs in this one basket. Mm. And if I trip on the way to the market, so be it. But I'm putting everything I got on this game right here.
Okay. This game, for me, is all about your man, LeBron James. Mm-hmm. He is on something of a hot seat because of his performance in Game 5 back in Memphis, a performance that he himself wrote off as
bleep.
SH, right? Beautiful. I love that he owned it with that 4-letter word because that's pretty much what it was, because you thought it even eclipsed or sort of undercut the Clippers' first half. As his worst half that you've ever seen play, certainly in a big game.
But at least in the Clipper game, Skip, he came out and gave you 30 points in the second half. In this game, he kept up the bad play for the entirety of the game.
All right. So he has a history of bouncing back in big playoff games. I'm going to give you that. And yet, he has now hit an all-time playoff slump for shooting threes, because in the last 4 games, he's 3 of 28. That is mind-boggling to me, because he's not a very good three-point shooter, but he's way better than that.
He's going to be 4 of 7 tonight.
3 of 28, 4 of 7 says.
You want a case of do? I mean, you write it down. Write down a case of do up under that. So write down, I bet Shannon, a case of do that he don't go 4 of 7 from 3.
I can't, because I'd be betting against myself. I believe the Lakers are going to win this game, and he should make 4 threes because he owes his team 4 threes.
Well, he should be.
I'm a little shaky with the 7 attempts, because at some point you have to start questioning, should I stop shooting these in lieu of, how about just put my head down and attacking, or how about posting up a little bit more on Dillon Brooks or whoever else is going to try to guard you and trying to get them in foul trouble or get me to the free throw line.
Right.
There's a way to do this. There's a way for him to set the tone early. Maybe it's from 3. He's capable of getting on a hot streak, because he can get like crazy hot. Yeah. Especially at home, he can just go crazy because the crowd feeds, and I'm sure it's going to be a big crowd.
The game he had like 9. He had another game he had 8.
It will just recently. What was that last game of the regulars? Or no, was it the play-in game? Right. Yeah, in the play-in game, he made 8, right? 8 out of 14. So he's got the capability. But I'm going to say it again. Last 4 games, 3 of 28. He's missed 26 three-point shots. For this series,
that's not good.
He's 6 of 36 for all 5 games so far. 6 of 36, that's 17%. You're killing your team because it's too many wasted possessions. Maybe you can get the offensive rebound because you got LeBricks going, just shooting everywhere. But The point is, you're better than that. You have to be better than that. And there is considerable pressure on him, even at age 38, because we all agree he's still at least a top 10 player in this league.
For sure.
It's time for him to say no to Memphis. At different junctions in this series, he said no to Dillon Brooks, and he's highly capable. But he did not say no in Game 5, which shocked me because I thought he wanted and needed the rest, and he'd say, I will pay now so I don't have to pay later, and I'm going to get a few days off ahead of Golden State, and they're probably going to eliminate Sacramento tonight. Okay, so now you're just right on rhythm with their series.
Right.
The one thing you don't want to do is you don't want to go back to Memphis because they had the best home record in basketball.
We're not going back.
They are way better.
I mean, Dillon Brooks said they going back. Y'all going back, but I don't know who y'all going to play because y'all season about to be over.
Desmond Baines.
Desmond Baines.
He's the one who said.
Desmond Baines, yes, my bad.
Yeah, okay.
But it's over for you.
He's guaranteed back-to-back games now. We're going to beat them in Game 5, and then after Game 5, he says, we will go back to L.A. and beat them in their house.
That ain't happening.
Guaranteed, okay? And he just says it like matter-of-factly. He's not like chest beating. It's their attitude of, well, we're just that good. Okay, you have kind of recreated a little bit of a monster because he and Ja each got 30-plus. What was it, 33 and 31?
Yeah.
Okay.
They got to do a better job of eliminating some of his open shots.
Yeah.
And they've got to keep Ja out of the paint.
Yeah.
Skip, look, and like the other night when he made 6 or 10 from 3, Skip, you just live with that. You know, the guy, he's one of the 2 or 3 best players at paint, and he's only 6'3". He's not Joel Embiid. He's not Yoke. But he makes a living in the paint.
Yeah.
So you got to neutralize that.
Okay, so you got a huge break because when they went with Luke Kennard, Dillon Brooks plus minus is horrendous for this series. What is he? He's way minus. I'll have it here somewhere. But the point is, Luke Kennard's been way better than him. And when they made their run in the third quarter, is because Luke Kennard had replaced Dillon Brooks, who has spoken himself out of existence. Is what's happened. But the point is, then Luke bangs up his shooting shoulder, his left shoulder. He's left-handed, and he winds up with an ice bag on the bench at the end of the game. And then he said yesterday, I had a stinger and it's a little sore, but I'm going to try to play through it. Well, it's like De'Aaron Fox. Can you play through something that is complicating your shooting motion? I don't know, because he can get deadly from three. So they had missed that element because Dillon Brooks is horrendous. What's Dillon Brooks now? He's clear down at he's 8 of 37 from 3. So he's almost as bad as LeBron is. And every time he starts to shoot at home, they're groaning because it's the old Westbrook syndrome. So now every time he starts to shoot tonight, the place is going to erupt with boos and catcalls and all kinds of.
Yeah. Keep it going. Keep going. Keep firing.
Okay. And the question is, will Shannon Sharpe be courtside tonight? Will he be all over Dillon Brooks? We don't know yet.
Nah.
You're a big no on that?
Big no.
Okay. All right. Well, so you think they've just got this?
They got it.
Right.
I'm out of money. I'm out of.
You tapped out on your courtside seat?
I'm out of money for this week. I have to catch him.
I understand.
I got to catch him next week, Skip.
Those are some pricey seats.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Maybe worth it, but
it was definitely worth it.
Yeah.
It was definitely worth it.
Okay. But the point is, the odds makers keep saying, oh, when Memphis is home, they're a 4 or 5 point favorite. And when the Lakers are home, they're a 4 or 5 point favorite. That's a big swing.
Right.
So they're saying these are home teams. That they're built for winning at home. It's a home series.
Right.
Well, that means that LeBron, you better take care of business tonight.
Man, Malik Beasley and Troy Brown got at some point in time they got to hit. They got to hit. They got to do something.
Okay, but I don't even care about them as much as I care about Austin Reeves because I trust him.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And you know what? I trust D'Lo to make big shots and but he's had a couple of big bursts where he changed the whole series.
Game 4, he got him right back in the game. Game 5, got him hit a couple of threes quick.
Okay.
But he need to keep it going, Skip. He need to have that game like he had when he went back.
He doesn't sustain.
No.
I haven't seen him have a whole full game where I said, wow, that was big time.
You know, he had that game against Minnesota, Skip, and he tweaked his ankle.
He did.
But he had it going. We needed him to get it going like that.
He was really going in that.
He had it going like that. So if we could get him going like that, AD going to be AD.
Okay. Look, you know and I know. It's time for LeBron and Anthony Davis to shut these guys up for good, right? It's just time to say, okay, that's enough of those guys. Next.
Send them packing.
Yeah, send them packing. Send them back home. shut them up for the offseason, and it's on to, I believe, Golden State.
Yep.
And now it starts to get serious, right?
We got it.
Okay.
I feel real good. Feel real good about this game.
Yep. You should.
Hopefully LeBron's been sleeping in that hyperbaric chamber for Lakers fans.
He ready to go. He ready.
Does that make you shoot threes better? I don't know. Hyperbaric threes?
We'll find out, gentlemen. We'll find out. All right, back to last night's NFL draft. No huge surprise here. Bryce Young going #1 overall to the Carolina Panthers. Guys, do you think he's going to shape up to be an elite professional quarterback? We'll get your take in just a minute.